Hey, hello Capricorn. This is your bonus reading that I have been talking about for a couple days and promised you. It is 111, so I thought that was a good time to start. Although it's massively late and it's technically the next day, I knew if I did it like during the day tomorrow, you'd all be disappointed and lose interest. So I was like, fuck it. I told them it was going to be today, and it may be late, but it's today, even if it's after midnight. It's the day I woke up, right? Anyway, thank you again for all your support, your views, your likes. That last cap video I put out did better numbers than any of my other videos on my channel, so I am super grateful for you guys. Hence why I am doing another reading for you, if you didn't catch the memo by now. So, let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Maybe a little bit of resolution to that last reading. I know it seemed like there was a whole lot going on for you. So let's see if any of that got finished or settled, right? What's happening is a lot of face down cards. So I think there's still a lot that you need to work on and work out. I don't see much resolution coming at this time, unfortunately. Seems like more problems, honestly. But, you know, God works hard, the devil works harder, because the devil's a Capricorn. Three cups in a row, looking good. Just not maybe looking like what you would expect or what you want. I feel like I'm talking suspiciously quiet. Might be because it's late and I just naturally have a softer voice at night. Not getting much else here. I'm going to leave it. Give it one more good shuffle here. Bottom of the deck, the Priestess. Okay, you already know what's coming. I can say that. This is actually water. I'm not chugging hot coffee. Bit late for coffee. Work life of Capricorn. What's going on with the work life of Capricorn? Okay. Oh, we got two. I'll honor it. Been doing that lately. Garuda and Malthus. Okay, and let's see what kind of channeled messages are. Okay. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Sung to the tune of this really annoying kid song. Chicken wing, hot dog macaroni. Something about bologna. Children are so annoying. I love them. Love my nieces. Channel messages. Capricorn, Capricorn. Hot dog and bologna. Spirit guides, any messages for Capricorn, or shall I ask again later? Quite a few things popping up here for you. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything about the last reading. I just 444 on the time. Y'all went crazy for it. I don't know why. I remember it had a lot to do with people because there was so many so many zodiac cards in the reading. And I figured it was about a lot of relationships in your life. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of that to come back up. I don't remember any other details. I don't. Okay, I think that's it on these two. It's quite a few cards. I was hoping it would be a little bit shorter of a reading than the last one because that was very long. And I typically don't do readings like that, but because it was received so well, I might start doing longer readings. I did elemental updates last night, so you can go check out the Earth sign video. Other than that, I think we're ready to go. All my videos last night were half-hour long, though, so we'll see. All right. Okay. Right up top, we have the art card. Now, if in the tarot, the devil had an opposite card, I would 100% say yes, it would be the art card. Reason being, the art card in most tarot decks is actually temperance. Temperance meaning sobriety and abstinence, whereas the devil represents a lack of self-control and therefore addiction. Okay? So if there was an opposite card in this tarot deck to the Capricorn card, it would be this one. And it's also Sagittarius, okay, which is right before Capricorn season. Also might be indicative of a timeline. You might start to even out, if you will, during Sagittarius season. Scorpio season can be troubling because here's the thing. Capricorns, notoriously not that deep. They do not like overthinking. They do not like, I don't want to say they don't like feeling because they feel very strongly, but it's more of an opinionated sort of feeling rather than an emotional kind of feeling, right? I've only known a lot of Capricorns. I'm not an astrologer, so take it lightly with a grain of salt, okay? I've been to McSalty's. Take it with a grain. Capricorn's not that deep. Water signs tend to be pretty deep, don't they? I mean, they, especially when in an emotional sense, their emotions run very deep, and it is a whole array of them, just every type of, not to get into it too much, but I'm saying Capricorn Scorpio as a pairing, probably, they have near opposite. Capricorns are very upfront. Scorpios are very mysterious, right? Capricorns are very stoic. Scorpios are very eccentric. Okay. This is not your season, for sure. We kind of learned that in the last reading. It's just not your season. This next season, you might start to feel that Sagittarian fire. You might start to be like, okay, I can fuck with this. I can get into this. I can do this. For sure, you know. I can do me again. I can get comfortable. Because then right after that, what is it? Capricorn season. It doesn't even feel real right now that it's that late in the year, but nevertheless it is. So might be a timeline, might be time to take a break from your substances, might be a Sagittarius, might be Sagittarius season. Okay? I'm going to start with the bottom. Ten of Wands, oppression. Okay, so still stressed. I do vaguely remember, again, there was a lot of people involved in your last reading, and it was very overwhelming, and etc. So I sense that really nothing's changed. And I was hoping by doing this little bonus reading that it was going to be an improvement to the story. Looks like not so much, no. It's still very stressful. You're still very, very maxed out. And can't fucking handle your shit anymore. I see that. 4 of discs power. Okay, staying in your element, staying in discs. Maybe focusing financial, focusing on what you value. Okay, friends, family, relationships, whatever. Your job. Just remembering to try to keep the best control that you can. Even when you feel powerless, okay? Princess of Discs. Starting something new, quite frankly. Could be building yourself back up when it comes to your wealth. Maybe you had a little bit of a pitfall here or there. Maybe you are dealing with another earth sign, but I'm getting the sense that this is more about you and your journey. You're planting the seeds, okay? You're watering them. You're waiting to be sprouted, right? No shame in starting over. Just takes a lot of swallowing of the pride and admitting that maybe you were wrong, or, a lot of things Capricorns don't want to do, right? Tough people, the Capricorn crowd. Very tough. Some of my closest are Capricorn. Don't think I don't love you just because I say these things. I quite do like Capricorns. I'm a Taurus. I created them, right? Princess of Swords. Okay, it's going to require a lot of work. Whatever you're investing in, whatever you're trying to do here, it's going to take work. And therefore, it'll probably take time. I think it's going to be a little more work than you're expecting. Whatever it is that you're trying to invest in, whatever you want to get through to, whatever you're trying to bloom, it's going to take a lot of work. You're pretty far from it, honestly. You're far from your goal. You're far from the harvest. Okay? Ten of Cups, it's going to bring you everything that you want. Satiety. Overly satisfied. All those cups are overflowing. Oh, it's worth it. It is worth it. Then you got Ace of Cups. It's everything that you want. It fulfills you. Okay? If this is being overly satisfied, this is being completely fulfilled too. So not only do you have that satisfaction, but you have that deeper appreciation for it because it's what you wanted. Right? And then Three of Cups, abundance. Letting it flow. Letting it grow. Could say it every way till Friday. You don't like what you have to do, but oh Lord, do you have to do it. You don't like it, you don't want to do it, but you know you have to because it's literally going to be everything that you want. No more settling, no more misunderstandings, no more any of that. It's just going to bring you what you need and complete you from the inside out. So if you are considering a new job, if you're considering an actual investment, if you're considering maybe even moving or a new relationship, the answer, yes, 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 yes. No matter, I don't care what you're asking, the answer is yes. Okay? Do it. But no, it's going to be a long and winding road to get you what you need in addition to what you want. What are we not looking at here? What are we not seeing? What is this stack? The Lovers, Gemini. Okay, so let's kick it back. Let's say we're talking about a relationship. Let's say it's two separate things. This is your business venture. Maybe you're thinking about parting ways with your current partner and you want to start on your own, or you are going to find a new collaborator to do something with. Make the investment. Do it. Do the project. Do it. Do it. Okay? Now let's talk relationships. Okay? If your partner's holding you up, why are they your partner, quite frankly? I'm not sure that that's what this is for, but I would like to make that point before we go any further. Okay? The Lovers. Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Could be a decision. But I just said that decision, the answer is yes. Right? Even maybe you want a baby. Okay? Nothing wrong with a little bit. So, the answer is yes. Prince of Wands. Yeah, there's something going on in your relationships. Okay, I remember there was something about Capricorns and Virgos in my last reading too. It came up a couple times where they kept getting each other's cards. You are not completely emotionally invested in your person. If you're not in a relationship, you might not be completely emotionally invested in this idea, right? If it's a business venture, a job, a home, a whatever it is. Either way, maybe both ways, you're not quite there emotionally. And to a fault of your own. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody can fix that for you. We can't just force you to have feelings, Capricorn. Quite frankly, I don't think anybody cares anymore if you don't have feelings. That's on you. If you're in a dysfunctional relationship, that's on you. If you don't know how to treat your business partners, that's on you. The Tower. What do you think's going to happen here, Capricorn? What do you think is going to happen? When you are in some kind of weird situation with your partner and you don't want to admit to how you feel, or you don't want to change things based on how you're feeling, of course it's going to fall apart. And then you'll see it. Well, why are you waiting for that moment? You know, the answer is yes. Okay? And if they can't get behind that, then obviously you're going to continue to be this little fuckboy bitch that shows up as the Prince of Wands. What's this? It's you is the answer. A dick. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that you're the guilty party in every scenario, right? It could be them that's causing this kind of thing, or you might not be knowing what they're thinking and you're not sure how they feel, but either way, something needs to be done, right? And it's up to you. Granted, this might be talking about your lack of self-control. This might be talking about your addictions or whatever, or theirs, but this is obviously you. In this Tower moment, it's not coming for your partner. So even if you want to sit here and blame them for being this Prince of Wands, we know damn well it's your problem. The Empress. How are you ever going to get to the Empress if you can't even get through the Prince of Wands? Straight up. Are you the Empress that needs to go take a seat at the head of the table because it's their empire, right? Or is this another person that when you step into your own power, then they come along and be what you need? You make the decision for yourself, Capricorn. It's really not up to me, right? It might not even be up to you to a certain extent. I don't know what is going on here, but this is not it. Straight up not it. Okay? Straight up not it. And you know it. And when I lifted this up, you know what the next card is? Two of Discs, change. And then the next card, Queen of Wands. Okay? And then the Death card. So that's where I'm going to stop. Okay, that's the end. You are currently with a Prince of Wands. You need to be with the Queen of Wands. The Empress. You know it. You know it. But you know it's going to require change to get it. And, well, Capricorns, they don't like change, especially when they're living comfortably. Referring back to these cups, right? You got the Four of Cups. You got the Ten of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Was that it? Was that all the cups? A lot of cups, a lot of water, lots to think about. It's really strange that I went on that little tangent at the very beginning of this reading talking about the differences between Capricorns and water signs, right? Because Taurus has got that soft spot in them. I think Virgo's lean more toward the Capricorn, doesn't so much get along with the water signs, but particularly opposites, right? You got lots of cups. You got to tap into that aquatic energy. You got to get a little deeper. You got to swim in their waters right now, Capricorn. That's what I'm hearing here. That's crazy. How are you ever going to bring this person in if you can't figure it out? I don't even know what to say to you right now. I don't know. I don't want to just, it started as really good news, right? But it's again, it's a bunch of work that you don't want to fucking do. So are you going to do it? Who knows? Who knows? Should you do it? Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Are you going to do it? Beats me. Not really up to me, up to you. I feel like you're not even going to want to hear any of this. I'm trying to do something nice for you guys and I'm just bitching the whole time. right? But I think that's why the Capricorns took to my videos like that, is because they're like, oh yeah, she's just cutthroat, just telling me how it is, telling me what I need to hear, right? At your fucking service. That's me, man. It's that earth sign connection. Because you understand what I'm saying. A lot of people get really offended. They get a little too soft. Capricorn's got that thick goat skin. Is goat skin thick? I don't know. It seemed right. You can climb a fucking mountain. Do whatever you gotta do. Alright, let's move on. Ooh. 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 Garuda. Dun. Garuda and Malthus. Okay. Garuda and Malthus. I'm just going to read the divinations because we're already at 20 minutes and I have 2 of them. So. Focus on patience and perseverance in difficult situations and on repaying those who help. Gonna start over. Keep in mind we're talking about work, talking about career, talking about your empire, right? Focus on patience and perseverance in difficult situations and on repaying those who help to attain goals. Never forget where you came from, Capricorn. Never forget where you came from. Don't be counting people out. Don't be forgetting the little guys. Don't forget the heads that you stepped on to get to where you're standing. Right? Stay dedicated. 10 toes down. But I swear to God, if you count one person out, that's what all of them were for. Remember all those people who showed up in that last reading? You're about to act like they didn't even exist? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You better start going down your list, Capricorn. Okay? Paying them back. Getting one for them. Even if it's just like, it's support, you know? You don't have to physically pay them. You could recommend them to a higher position at work if we're talking about coworkers, right? You might pay back an investor or somebody who loaned you money. You might, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Maybe if it was creative endeavor and you wouldn't have been able to do it without somebody and you don't even fucking talk to them and you pretend like they don't exist, maybe it's time to just admit, yeah, actually, you were my inspiration. Just a thought. That's what it's saying. Patience and perseverance in difficult situations. Okay, so focusing on the fact that you can make it through, but also repay those who help attain goals. Remember who helped you get from A to B to C to D. Because now you're at Z and you're like, what alphabet? Please. It's the whole zodiac. Alright? Let's look up Malthus. Focus on physical or metaphorical structure, creating strong foundations or finding weaknesses and seemingly indestructible barriers. Okay, so nothing's perfect. You want to remember who helped you get to where you are, but that doesn't mean that you should just be content in that spot. You have to understand that they might not be perfect just like you're not perfect. And that's okay. Things do need to be worked on. Things need to be renovated. Things need to be updated. It's a normal process. It's a part of the process. It's really not a big deal to have to redo something or to reconstruct it even, right? Could be physical, could be, like I said, physical. I think it says, yeah, physical or metaphorical structure. So nothing wrong with redoing the system, right? Nothing wrong with that. Don't be too hard on yourself and think that you're a failure just because you have to change something. You know? You know, you're all right, Capricorn. Chill out. Nothing's perfect. Okay. I'm moving on to channeled messages. There's quite a few cards here, so I'm guessing that I'll be doing the interpreting rather than doing a channeling. It's complicated, but I talk about it in so many of my other videos. Go watch them. Right, werewolf. Wildness. What does it say? Exploring wildness. Break out of your shell a little bit, okay? Go wild. And obviously, people aren't going out right now, but you know, call that friend, do that Zoom meeting, post something crazy, you know, just do something wild. Go streaking in the middle of the night. Who cares? Do something wild for yourself. Maybe like going to bed at 8 p.m. is pretty wild for you. Whatever it is, do something outside your norm. Okay, embrace your individuality. Because Capricorns are all very unique. But I don't think it's very embraced. I don't think they even try, you know, with their personalities. They just have that natural individualism. And they are so often solo riders, in a sense, that they don't even realize that other people aren't like that. So explore your wildness. Appreciate who you are. Go deep, baby. Go deep, okay? So I got zombie control. Maybe you need a break from social media. Maybe you need to not be consuming so much and creating more, okay? This card to me very much social media and all kind of media, just consumption in general. All right? Could also be another person who's got like a little too tight of a grip on you. Just be aware of that. We've got hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. Okay? About to be on lockdown again. About to be quarantined again. Find what works for you. Right? Figure out what's best for you and how you can remain content being locked up. Okay? I'm getting a little tired. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. It's the reoccurring theme. You're definitely starting something from the beginning, starting something. Maybe the whole thing is that you're not starting over, but you're starting from the beginning again. All right? So you had built something up, completely burned it down, and now you're like, fuck, man, why did I do that? And you're asking for all these people's help when all this time you have been more or less treating them like shit, pretending like they never did a goddamn thing for you, right? We're not gonna continue. We're not gonna continue to harass you. You're doing the best you can. The workload that Capricorn takes on leaves them so stressed and depleted that it's very hard to maintain personal relationships. Anybody who knows a Capricorn knows that. And the work doesn't even have to be career related as much as it's just the work that they're doing. Creating through the ashes. Okay? Skull of Flowers. Remember you were planting something, Princess of Discs? Let it bloom in you. Alright? So that you know what to do. Okay, face down. Big reveal. Another skull. Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities, pretty more or less the same message. I mean, you're looking at this shit that you burned to the ground and you're like, what am I going to do now? And there's a whole bunch of people who are coming in trying to tell you, hey, we will figure it out. And you're like ignoring them. For what? Anything could happen. Let them in. You got space in your mind, right? You got all these stars that shine so bright. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. You're not sure you want anything to happen. You're like, kind of like things the way they are. I don't really care if people don't like me. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, Capricorn. Whatever. You're afraid. You're afraid of what might happen. You're afraid of the results. You're afraid of even standing up for yourself, which sounds like such a, like, so unattached from the general vibe of earth signs. I was just saying yesterday, we don't take shit at all, ever. And I don't know, it's almost like you're taking shit because you don't want to know. You don't want to find out what might happen if you stop. Very strange. Okay, these are all face down. Vampire, emotional intelligence. Getting in tune, getting in touch, figuring out how you feel and such. It's got to be done. You got to grow up. It's part of being an adult is to honor, rationalize, admit, discuss your feelings, right? Get a fucking therapist if you need one. Forgiveness. Reducing burden. Whoever you need to forgive, maybe you need to, it sounds like you need to forgive yourself, right? And you're like avoiding shit because you're just like, you don't want to admit that you were wrong in the first place. But you could reduce your burden so much if you're just like, hey, I wasn't in the best mindset. I didn't do the best thing or whatever. Forgive yourself, okay? And if there's someone else you need to forgive them too, because you're reducing the burden on you, not them. But maybe also them. All right? Lady de los Muertos, Lady de los Muertos, you owe me money. It's a big long joke. Somebody told me she only comes out when you pay her. You owe me a tip. Leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, an actual money tip. Share it with your friends, whatever you owe me. Acceptance and equality. You're not above anybody. Winter. The sacredness of pausing. Hibernate. Stop working. Maybe quit your job if you need to. Retire early if you can. Maybe take a couple days off. You're all right. Maybe take a break from these projects. Maybe don't make the investment right away. Just know you're going to do it. It's okay to stop and just think a little bit. Even if it's not about anything specific, you just got to like stop and take the time for yourself. Right? And finally, Night Song, Hidden Talents. Okay, I love that. What a cool finish. Stop what you're doing and figure out what you're actually good at. Okay? Or get better at something. So I hope that wasn't too harsh. I hope you guys still like me. Hopefully anybody watches this. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you for the next crop of videos. Thank you again for all the love and support. Even though it feels like I'm not giving it back, just know that I do deeply love and care about you Capricorns. Yeah, and personal readings are open if you need a little bit more clarity on any of that. So thank you again. I'll see you next time.